And a very welcome to you. This is Liam Jarret with the Aquarian, whatever you want to call it. I use the word church because I'm reaching out to those people who are in church. It's a spiritual movement, called a temple, a religion, a new religion, an anti-religion, an anti-church. It's beyond. Now that we got that out of the way. Today is Wednesday, March 3rd. There should be a D there. 2021. Now off rip, Wednesday. Miércoles in Española. Mercury's day. So we're going to want to be paying attention to Mercurian type things. What are mercurial? Talking, emails, communication, and short travels, and those in your small circle, and that small voice in your head. Ask a Mercury ruled Gemini about the voices in their head, and we all have them, because we all have Gemini somewhere in our chart. Here's the map that we came in with, and we all have these playing out. So beautiful. A big part about the Aquarian church is figuring out that most of the religions, if not all of them, are based off of the astrological happenings, natural law, and are allegory, merely allegory to teach us an astrological thing, and then they attach a historical event upon it to make one person better than the other. We do that to heroes, or we just make them up. But often they have these beautiful, deep truths, these mysteries. And we enter into these mysteries. And in the past, this has only been reserved for the few initiates, the privileged. I like to switch up to this view. This is the party view. Yo, what's up? And so, I'm sorry. So when we deal with Wednesdays, we want to do. I did this so I don't get thrown off topic. We got points. We're doing this. It's going to be so much fun as we discover what the Aquarian is, and it's what we make it. It's we work, we hustle, we zig and zag. It's on the move. March is the month. Mars rules March because we go from Pisces into Aries, ruled by Mars. Right now, in Pisces, we have the sun. So this is a beautiful time, especially with the moon right now, in a fellow water sign of Scorpio, to be creative, emotional, do some deep diving. And you'll be surprised what you find. Maybe a treasure. Maybe a tumor. An emotional wound, something that we haven't dealt with, we've suppressed, we've repressed. Well, Scorpio, with his scalpel, will help scrape it away. You have this in you, the great disciple of the disc. Here he is, takes you down to the underworld. He sells out the sun on the scales. When you're in Egyptian lore, you get your heart measured on the scales of Libra as you go into the fall equinox. And we have Scorpio here to take you there. Yours truly, Prince Scorpio. Check out my YouTube channels. Okay. So, I think that's the good about Pisces. Now we have some important astrological events today. I like to go to Jupiter and Mercury. So even on this Wednesday, we have its ruler Mercury, and then Jupiter, who is a traditional ruler of Pisces, are going to make a conjunction in Aquarius, which is the joy of Jupiter. They don't teach that often, classical Hellenistic astrology. Shout to Adam Redenbos, a Chutabava. Check him out on YouTube. I'm just doing this. I'm just a YouTube wannabe. I learned everything on YouTube. I learned more on YouTube than I did in college. I have a master's in theology, undergrad religious studies, a year in priestly formation, in the Catholic Church as a priest, a religious order, the Society of Mary. Bless them. But I found out that the Catholic Church is mostly just hiding this stuff, mostly hiding astrology, and it's a study of our own makeup, as above within, the body that we're in. The Kabbalists call it Adam Kadmon. It's the dragon, the serpent eating its own tail, the Ouroboros. Which brings us to today. 2021 is a 5-year. Add 2, 2, 4, 1, 5. Or 5, the 5 star, that is a sign of Mercury, Venus, and and Mars. And even the fixed star Sirius, the brass star in the night sky. The pentagram are 4 elements: fire, earth, air, water, and above them spirit. That's what we want to do here. And that shakes things up. The 4 is the box. There's the 2020. Got put in a box. And now we're breaking out, hopefully freaking better and shining. And this is my attempt to do such a thing. And now we have, today's the 3rd, so we bring a 3 to it. January, February, March, another 3 for March. The 6 to the 5 is an 11. We don't even break down 11. 11's a magical number. It's the pillars that we go through in Gemini. It's the 11th zodiac sign, Aquarius, that we're entering into the age of Aquarius. And I'm here freaking to help bring us through this, initiate us into the Aquarian age. And there's a beautiful freaking dispensation of grace that pours out from the heavens. Prophecy has foretold. And they've trying to hijack it. They're making think that it's just for a few select. Yeah, those for who have the knowledge. It's called gnosis. The G for the freaking Grand Masons. The G and their square and compass, which is merely the 6-pointed star, a sextiles, which is sex magic actually, the phallic and the woman's chalice. This is what we're doing. We're learning the deeper meaning of symbolism is a big part of it. So is etymology. So is the rising of the Kundalini, balancing the male and female energies out, giving and receiving, and working this energy up through our chakral system. We're going to become metaphysical priests and priestesses, especially priestesses, is what we're bigging up, because in Pisces, where our sun right now is, that's a feminine receptive sign. Venus exalted there. Where we go to devote is Pisces, devotion, veneration, Venusian, beautiful way. But you could also get hoodwinked in Pisces. And it's also Hollywood. They make you thinking that something is real that's not. And they control you and push you and down the river without a paddle. And they have the paddle. The gnosis. The 7th letter of the alphabet for our 7 chakras, our 7 days of creation, our 7 days of the week. Our 7 visible heavenly luminaries from us to the moon, starting from the moon, out to Saturn. With the discovery of Uranus, who is the ruler of Aquarius, that's us breaking out of the square. That's us breaking out of the cube even, which is the 6-pointed star. So this means thinking outside the box of how we think about what religion is, what spirituality is, what we think we know, what the media has told us, what even our own freaking pastor. And sometimes it's by no fault of their own. We've made authority God. We've given that up. So here we're taking it back. It's an act of rebellion. It's humanitarian while celebrating individuality. It's promoting individuation without going into freaking total materialism, futurism, synonymous with non-human soul heartism. Tired of these isms and schisms. All right. So with Jupiter and Mercury conjunct in Aquarius, Jupiter expands, gives good luck, usually, beneficence to Mercury, a neutral planet, and where? An air sign where he likes to be, Aquarius. That's a whole other video. And it's a little bit overwhelmed because it's like the mind of God on just a human mind, like growing a young child. And so this could be a big revelation. This could be a big viral video. This could be big thoughts. This could be having big ideas. But we're going to want to try to ground ourselves in reality. And that's hard right now, especially with this new moon that's going to happen in Pisces on the 13th of March. Conjunct Venus, who's exalted there. Conjunct Neptune, who's home there. This could be a time for a real spiritual, freaking just becoming one with God and a life-changing mystical event. Or this could be a total hoodwink that we fall under. A total lie, a total spell. So, with our energy, let us focus it and direct it on the best way to use this energy. Because these energies, they come through. It's how we are able to be a magician, to move it and to work with it so that we give it a healthy place to grow. Exciting Mars moving out of Taurus, where it's the bull in a china shop. It's the warrior who wants to go to war, but he's got to heal his freaking Achilles. Now he's going into Gemini, where it's more air, so it's more important for us to get grounded. Which we have Pluto in Capricorn, so when we get grounded, we're going to go ground deep. Or we might get grounded deep. Or we might be coming up from the depths of the ground, from the depths of the waters, and we're bringing riches with us. And this is our attempt to share those riches of conscious, awakening, evolving things that are less putting down somebody else to gain over them. The lessons of Pisces, we haven't quite, figured out what they call Christ consciousness, crest, opening up the crown. That's why we see a plume on the warrior's red, because we've mastered our red animalistic chakras with our mind, and we bring them together. And we're living from our heart, hopefully. The opposite of Aquarius, which is like the mind of God, is Leo, the lion's heart. Which is why they had the prophecy of the Lion of Judah returning. Well, that's what we're stepping into. Some people call it the Messianic age, where their Messiah comes and they rule over all those who are not of that people. Well, there's a apocalyptic end times thing we should probably get rid of. We create these religions. God within us. How is this apocalyptic though? April opens up out of a spring. Apero means to open. Opera's in there. It's like, spring. We're springing up out of the depths of the darkness of Pisces. Imagination, but it could be a beautiful consolidation, an evaporation, a surrender to divinity, and it's a sacred feminine one. They didn't want you to find that out in Pisces, where Venus is exalted. They suppressed it, just like we've suppressed the feminine. Sacred feminine. And in doing so, they suppressed the sacred masculine, because behind every good man is a good woman, and take that gender, going out is masculine, coming in, receiving, feminine. Don't get it twisted so much. Apocalypse, opening of the eyes, the clops of the eye, the cyclops. Let our eye be one. You know who rules the third eye chakra? Ajna? The moon, the blessed mother. The stork who drops us off here, gives us our emotional body and a big part of our physical body, together with Saturn. Gives us our spine. our 33 vertebrae that we have to work up. It's a whole Christic process, and you don't even have to be taught it. You know it already. What's the best way to open up your chakras and to your crown? Good thinking, good doing. It's not rocket science. Yes, you have all these practices that you can do. That's beautiful. But if you're not acting and thinking right, good luck. And what's the secret knowledge has been like held like a genie in a bottle, like in Aladdin, where the freaking Jafar got the genie. Well, we have to be smart in how we get it back. Not through violence, not through trickery, but through genuine compassion, love, those elements of Pisces that have been suppressed, that are attached with the divine sacred feminine. But let us adopt Pallas Athena, Minerva, that warrior princess who was what? Birthed out fully armored out of the forehead of Jupiter, Jupiter Zeus, in Pisces. The feet, the high priestess Mary Magdalene. They call her a prostitute because back in the day, the virgins were the priestesses of the temple. The Virgin Mary and the prostitute Mary, we had to bring them together, the black and the white. They've kept us separated, trampled upon in the dark. Well, now is a great freaking eye-opener. We did a lot of what, why, and how already. Okay. Yeah, I think we covered lots of that. All right, well, I love you so much. So let's take an opportunity to go deep today and to be open to some revelatory kind of messages and to not be afraid to go talk about it and to be open about it. And that's how we're going to get through this Saturn-Uranus square that's going to continue through this whole year. The old way of us doing things, of being comfortable stuck in a box, is going to have to get broken out. And now we could either get broken with us in it, or we could break out of it like a freaking butterfly out of a cocoon. I didn't use this angle that much. Let's pick a card. We'll go to an oracle deck. We're using all the help we could get. We're breaking out all the magic, all the Harry Potter, exorcising demons, Satan, Saturn. There's a good blind they put on us. Contemplation. Saying, Liam, you should contemplate more before you get on here and rant. I happen to come from a Roman Catholic background, so my stuff has a little bit of a Roman Catholic vibe. Incorporate music, ceremony, liturgy, all that stuff. Take all the good stuff from the religions, and then leave the bad stuff behind. One more card wants to talk at us. Contemplation again. Guess maybe I didn't shuffle it that well. A double contemplation. Let us go back one more time and see why would we get contemplate so much time? To contemplate. Con, to come together with temp. Temporal time. And then empowerment. Oh, I meant to move around more over here too. In the future, I can also give presentations and stuff. Yep. We're doing this all the time now. I've been scared. I went through a hard time figuring this stuff out, and we're doing it. So, is that a good... No, it doesn't look like you can see it too well there either. Empowerment and hang in there with me, because I bet you these will speak to us. I'm such an idiot. A precious idiot. Be careful of the voice that you talk to in your head. Mercury. We want it to be good. Let those images talk to you. Colors. Colors. Empowerment and seek beauty. This world could be dark. And it's empowering to pull out, the Kabbalists call it pulling out the spark and the shard, as if they're the only ones chosen to do so. All of us have this call. That's how we make this world sacred and beautiful, is by seeking the beauty. And it's empowering. The angels are waiting for you to. Seek that beauty where it's hard to find. It's easy to find beauty looking in a Victoria's Secret magazine. Well, how about in a freaking hospice situation? And you'll find that beauty there is even more profound. Or equally as a Victoria's Secret freaking magazine. I love you so much.